We are in our Ghana month and we are doing a series. Now, Ghana's wood carving industry has been making significant strides with very creative designs. And unfortunately, the sector is still bedeviled with challenges including outmoded production techniques. Now, in our Ghana month series today, we turn the spotlight on wood carving at the Accra Arts Center located within the Central Business District with Sheila Tamaklo.
Depending on the style and designs, a wood carver spends between 30 minutes to days to complete a figurine or drum. Kofi is a designer, and under the shady trees here at the Arts Center in Accra, he is busily seen chiseling expressive designs onto a set of drums.
What I'm doing now is what they call the sogo. So these are just parts of the set. So I'm putting an effect on it to enhance the beauty of the drum. That's what I'm doing right now. The shapes and then the size of the faces determines the price. Understand? The shape, the sizes of the face will determine the price. So I cannot tell you unless you tell me this is the particular drum, how much is it going for, before I can tell you a price.
What are the ranges like?
If I'm talking about, okay, for instance, if I'm using this as an example, this is some of the very small ones that we can talk about easily. This is 5 inches a drum, and it's going to cost you like 50 cedis for it. In terms of the size, that's what it's going to cost you. When you go further, the next one can take you from 50 to 60. Then it means the sizes are changing from 5 to probably maybe 6. From 6 to 7, 7 to 8. When you go to the bigger sizes to the 13 inches, we have 2 types of skins. We have the goat skin, like I told you earlier on, and you have the cow skin. But I'm working on a 13 inches drum, and I'm using goat skin. It is going for 150. But when I'm working on the same 13 inches drum, and I'm using the cow skin, it's going for 300 cedis. So the sizes and then the skins determine the price I put on the drum.
In Ghana, traditional wood carving is an ancient industry. In the past, sculptures and figurines have been used in adorning palaces, and drums always play a significant part of traditional festivals. In Ghana, every single handmade sculpture has meaning to it. Gordon Galolo is also a carver but focuses more on designing figurines.
You can see this small carving here. It speaks about a mother and child, how mothers care for their babies. So this is the mother and the baby.
This one
this one is Akwaba. It means the one that fetches the water is the same person who drinks the pot.
So these symbols you're seeing, are they like just Ghana, like how do you generate the names of these things?
Some of them are our own imagination, and some of them too, when a customer comes, he or she said, okay, this is the story that I want you to bring it out. Like what I spoke about is something that the person gave me a scenario about it, and it gave me a lot of idea how to carve the thing. So it depends on the story, and some of them are just being carved. We have an elephant set. This is an elephant. There's a saying, all the fingers are not equal. So it's like the big size and the small size, and there's someone who is smaller than you. So that's
the art of wood carving is a major source of livelihood for both rural and urban dwellers. The many steps involved in completing a piece of work provides jobs for many people along the value chain.
In our drum business, when you give me one drum to do, I am not the only person you're giving job to do. Do you understand? The one drum alone is going to employ about almost 8 people, about 3 or 4 to get it done. Because I will be doing the carving aspect of it. When I finish, I have to pay for somebody to do the sanding. It's also another job. I have to pay for somebody to do the shaving and the skin. the fellow takes the hair off the skin. I have to pay for that service too. I have to pay for the person who does the fixing and then the tuning. So probably you have given me one drum to do, but in the direct effect, you've employed about 4 people. You understand my argument? So me that you give me the money, I'm not the only person going to like live on that money. I'm supposed to break it down to whoever is involved, get his fair share. So that's how it works.
Interestingly, local wood carvers thrive in the rush of tourists during festive periods and sometimes for export.
There's one thing we have studied when it comes in terms of our business. It has its own season. So yes, it is lucrative. If you ask me to tell you how much I can make per month, I'll be a little bit skeptic. I wouldn't be able to place my finger on exactly what I am, because on average I can tell you probably maybe 1,000 or maybe 900 to 1,000. If that's what I'm saying, it comes because our work is a seasonal type of job. From somewhere June, July, August, there, it's a festive period in Ghana. So the market picks up. Just after our festive seasons, it falls flat. Because most of the time, those who patronize our work is the whites coming from the Western world. They patronize our work a lot. So after these seasons, they go back. It falls flat. You understand? So when you're not fortunate, and then you find yourself after this June, July, August, coming here about September, your income will not be steady. As you have progressed, probably getting 900 or 1,000, it can also shorten. You have the opportunity to link up with better people that want to do it on a larger scale, then you can export. You understand? So it happens once in a while. If some people come in, they buy from you once, they think what you have is good. They also want to help you sell outside. They say, okay, from one, I bought one from you. This time around, I want to have more. Then they place an order, then you have to export. So it happens.
Wood carving accounts for significant economic returns and generates employment. In Kenya, for instance, the export value of the industry is estimated at $20 million annually. In Morocco, crafts contribute 9% to GDP and its turnover reached $1.5 billion in 2012. But in Ghana, statistics from the Ghana Export Promotion Authority shows non-traditional export earnings from handicraft sector, although grew by 23% in 2015, is only worth $4.25 million. The wood craft industry's slow growth is not unusual, as the craft industry is embedded with several teething problems, which inhibits its rapid development. According to the chairman of the Association of Wood Carvers, the low performance is largely due to the difficulty in accessing the major raw material wood, as well as poor funding.
We make use of wood, and sourcing of the wood is the major problem, because it is the main raw material that we use to build our djembes, or the small African hand drum that we call. And it is Trinidad wood that we mainly use. Now, we have been in this business for so many years now, and our main source of wood is the eastern region, Apejua, Ntonso, and other areas, or the central region. Now it appears we have depleted the Trinidad forest in these two regions. Now we have gone as far as to the Ashanti region. We have cleared there too, and now we have to go to as far as the Bron Ahafo region. And you can see for yourself, small increase in the price of fuel means a higher charge on transportation, cutting these materials from the Bron Ahafo or Ashanti region and bring them to Accra at the Art Center. 2, finance is our second problem. There is the existence of IDIF, which is available for us to apply and see if we can get. But there is also a problem over there. You apply to IDIF for some money to help you get some materials. You apply for 1 year, there is no response. This is the stark truth. You apply for 1 year, you don't get any response. a year later, they call you and you have applied, come for an interview or discussion. You go, if you are lucky, you get just a small percentage of what you have applied for. And this is really discouraging.
Despite the low figures, the sector's potential as a major source of foreign exchange is still strong. So what is being done to reap the benefits?
The sector itself is, I think last year, that's 2016, the contribution was around $8 million. But like I'm saying that we've actually marginally retrogressed if you look at a trend over a 5-6 year period. But we did better in 2016 than we did in 2015, marginally. We inherited, and if I say we inherited, the new administration inherited a sector that had not been given that maximum support, and the focus that was needed hadn't been given. And then we had to look at ways of supporting this particular sector, and that's exactly what we started to do. But like I said, if you're able to tap into a core group of people who would always consume these products, right? Now, if you're able to increase revenue or venture into new markets or tap into a new target market, then of course you need to be able to reach out to them. And I'm saying that brings into question the sort of things that we are even producing. I mean, if you're producing the same old things that we've grown to know, then of course you can't be able to attract the younger generation, the new markets. And that's why it was imperative that we employ the services of some design consultants. There's actually plans that advanced to actually bring in design students from some of the best universities in the world and even locally to also go into the sector and then see it as not just a hobby, but as a business. And then if you're looking at it from that perspective, then of course you would be churning out products that are in high demand.
But promises after promises, wood carvers are yet to be convinced, and concrete steps should be taken.
We need a lot of training how to use this machine, because you can have the machine, but if you don't know how to use it, you cannot use it for the carving. So we need a government to step in, whereby we have some training whereby we can get use of those machines, and it will help the work. One, it will help the work to move faster, and two, it will bring out more quality works as we need.
Marketing them beyond Ghana, one way or the other, it has become a problem. You know, in my normal estimation, there should be a frequent exhibition or some sort of bazaar. You know, that like gives people opportunity to see what we are doing. That alone will give us another big pool to market from.
And the sound is really good. Which other sound do you need that this cannot produce except the imported one? So there must be that conscientization. Ghanaians must use made in Ghana produce. Like we say, wear Ghana, eat Ghana. You must also play Ghana. Yeah.
These artistic works in their own unique way speak of the rich Ghanaian culture and the culture that carvers are hoping to sell to the world. Although global handicraft sector has an industry value of about $100 billion, Ghana is yet to position itself well enough to tap into this huge market.